Jerusalem Talmud, Tractate Bikurim, Chapter 3, Mishnah 4. The 5 beats before them until they arrive at the Temple Mount. Arrived at the Temple Mount, even King Agrippus takes the basket on his own shoulder and enters until he arrives at the temple courtyard. When they arrived at the temple courtyard, the Levites sang Psalm 32, I shall elevate you, Eternal, for you drew me up, and you did not make my enemies happy because of me. The pigeons on the baskets were elevation sacrifices, and what was in their hands they gave to the Kohanim. As long as the basket is still on his shoulder, he reads from Deuteronomy 26:3, I am declaring today before you, the Eternal, your God, until he finishes the entire paragraph. Rabbi Yehuda says until 5, my father was a wandering Aramean. When he comes to my father was a wandering Aramean, he takes the basket down from his shoulder, holds it by his rim, and the Kohen puts his hand under it and waves it, or lifts it. Then he reads from my father was a wandering Aramean until he finishes the entire paragraph. He puts it down next to the altar, prostrates himself, and leaves. In earlier times, everybody who knew how to read read, and everybody who did not know how to read had someone read before him. When they refrained from bringing, they instituted that one read before him who knew and him who did not know. Rich people bring their first fruits in bowls of silver and gold, but poor people bring them in baskets of stripped willow twigs. Baskets and first fruits are given to the Kohanim. Halacha. Rav Huna said, so is the Mishnah, Deuteronomy 26:4. The Kohen shall take the basket from your hand. Some Tanaim switch statements to combine gift with gift. Rabbi Yossi stated, they did not put the pigeons on top of the baskets in order not to dirty them, but one hangs them on the sides of the baskets. An old man stated before Vizera, he returns to, I am declaring today, but can a person declare it and repeat it? We support it, I already declared. Huna asked, does depositing it permit to those lacking time? Rav Mataniah said that means if he took them up again, but if they stayed in their place, they are deposited. Rabbi Jonah asked, if he deposited them in the night, one puts them near southwest corner, Deuteronomy 26:10, before the Eternal, that should mean the west. The verse says in Deuteronomy 26:4, at the face of the altar. If it is at the face of the altar, that should mean the south. The verse says before the Eternal. How is that? He presents them at the southwestern corner and puts them down south of the corner. It was stated answering is only by a single person. Not only that, but they found support in the verse in Deuteronomy 26:5, you shall answer and say. Rabbi Jonah asked, may one bring in large silver bowls? Rabbi Jonah and Rabbi Jeremiah. One says one repeats vessel, the other one says one repeats unleavened with vegetables, because you have to say unleavened with bitter herbs. We do not know who said what. Since Rabbi Jonah said, may one bring in large silver baskets, that shows that he must have said that one repeats vessel. One must say basket. Rabbi Phineas said, one must repeat, Leviticus 1:14, fattened and young pigeons, because one must say pigeons and young pigeons.